Welcome to Flat Earth Debate. I'm your host, Nathan Oakley, and if you are new to this channel, or you are amongst the 50% of the people watching this stream who have not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. If you would like to support this channel, there is a link to Super Chat that runs alongside the show while it is live, and most importantly, if you would like to join the debate, there is a link in the info box below this video. With the page you are watching now on mute, simply click that link to join the panel and express your views on the shape of the Earth. There are a couple of rules in the Hangout. Number one, please do not swear. If you do, you will be ejected, and if you are, please do not try to rejoin the show using sock accounts. You will be warmly welcome back on the next stream. In a moment, I'm going to transition across to my photos so I can share the show on Facebook, Skype and Twitter, and I would encourage anybody who is in the live audience to please do the same. Please share the show. I am hugely grateful to all of the audience that share the show, as it increases the live audience, and that in turn increases the likelihood of a more diverse panel. So one last time, if you've not done so already, please share the show. And again, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. I'll see if I can do some of this multitasking, share and do a few shout outs at the same time. We'll see how I get on. If I get tongue tied, you'll know why. Wow, that's a lot of spam. I might wade through it on the iPad. Okay. Shill Scanner Sock, good to have you here, my friend. Fanny Lancer, nice to see you. Good to have you in our live chat. I will get to deleting all of your spam once I'm into this show. Tony, good to have you here, my friend. Nice to see you. Dawn Treader UK, thanks for being here. Regular watcher. Theylo, hi-oh. I published your video. I mirrored that. Brilliant, brilliant work. If you've not seen it already, either watch the one on my channel or watch the one on Theylo High's channel. But yeah, very good, very entertaining. His whole series is excellent. So yeah, check out Theylo High. Subscribe today. JJ, nice to see you, my friend. Shroominati, good to see you. No spam. Nothing but endless streams of alien heads. Matt, good to have you here, my friend. Scooby-Doo, nice to see you. P Mars, thanks for being here. Cathexis, same to you. Good to see you in the chat. Nice to be in your company once more. Dal Boy, thanks for being here. Good to see you. Ranty, good to have you here. Everett, good to see you as well. Any more for any more? I think that's probably about it. I'll run through my links once more, just in case this show does tip over the 2-hour mark. So, if you are new to this channel, or you have not done so already, which is about 50% of the people watching this, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. If you would like to toss me a buck or two, support this channel, whatever you want to phrase it, there is a super chat that runs alongside the show while it is live. And most importantly, if you would like to join the debate, there is a link in the info box below this video. With the page you are listening to me explain this on now muted, click that link to join the show and express your views on the shape of the Earth. There are a couple of rules in the Hangout. Number one, please do not swear. If you do swear, I will eventually eject you, and if you are ejected, please do not try to rejoin the show using sock accounts. You'll be warmly welcome back on the next stream. I'll say it again because it's very important. Please, please, please share the show as it increases the audience, and that in turn increases the likelihood of a more diverse panel. So please smash that share button. And if you've not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate. You may hear from me once more. No, we've got our first guest. We are joined by Tim Osman with a double S. How are you doing, Tim? Good to have you here. Let's just raise the mic on the Hangout. Bear with me. There we go.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
How are you doing? I've got a slight problem with my computer. Oh, damn. Can you hear me?
Thank you for calling support. This is George. How can I help you?
Hi, I've got a problem with my PC.
I'm sorry?
I've got a problem, a computer problem. I've got this pop-up
Where are you calling me from?
calling you from the UK.
UK?
Yeah, England. This is
Which
the
toll-free number are you dialing?
I don't know, it's off the screen now. This is the number that popped up on some
Could
message.
you please help me out?
Have I called the wrong number? I just need help with my computer.
What you can see on your computer screen, what it says.
It says that there's a flat earth Trojan horse meme that's taken over my computer. And to call this number.
I'm sorry?
There's a flat earth Trojan horse meme virus on my computer.
Uh-huh.
And it said to call this number to get support.
And how did you get this number? How did you get this pop-up on your screen? What work you were doing on the computer?
I was watching Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes, and while I was watching it, this popped up, and it said, your computer has been infected by the Flat Earth Trojan horse meme, and call this number for technical support. Is this something you can help me with? I mean, I want to call another number. If you can't help me, I'll just call someone else.
I believe you're using a Windows operating system.
Yeah.
At the left bottom of your keyboard, there is a Windows key.
What does it look like? A little swastika?
At the left bottom of your keyboard, there is a Windows key. You need to press it, hold it down with one finger. And with another finger, you need to press the letter R. R as in Roger. Windows and R both at the same time. And Windows at the same time.
Okay, it's brought up a run dialog box.
Type in there. Is that dialog box empty or is it clear?
Something
is written there in that box.
No. The box says, in the box already, it says Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes. Do I need to leave that in?
Type in there www dot helpme.net. HELPME.net.
Okay. www. What was the rest of it?
It's www.helpme.net.
www.helpme.
It's just three times. It's just three W's, not four. Three W's, then it's a period, a dot, helpme.net.
www. dot period PERIOD dot So if you are new to this channel, or you have not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date. with the Flat Earth debate. If you would like to support this channel, there is a link to Super Chat that runs alongside the show while it is live. And most importantly, if you would like to join the panel, as Tim Osman just did, simply click on the link in the info box below this video. Be sure to mute the page you are currently watching before you click on that link to join the show and express your views on the shape of the Earth. There are a couple of rules in the Hangout. Number 1, please do not swear. If you do, you will be ejected. And number 2, if you are ejected, please do not try to rejoin the stream using sock accounts. You will be warmly welcome back on the next stream. I don't need to ask anybody to test if the stream is working, as we've had Tim Osman graciously do exactly that. So I'm going to transition back to my photographs, and when we do get our first debater, I will welcome them into the Hangout. If not, you'll hear me again with pretty much exactly the same information to encourage somebody to join. I suppose rather than sitting in silence, I could shout out a few more people in chat. Dawn Treader, I've already had you. Flashburn, it's 52, good to have you here, my friend. Nice to see you. The Real Shill Scanner, good to have you here. Thanks for being here, Shill Scanner. Supporter of the show. Twitwit, nice to see you. Cigar Face, David Quintana, thanks for being here, my friend. Good to have you in our live stream. Very pleased to see you. Jeff, good to see you, Jeff. Thanks for being here. Be sure to share the show. Multi-Tom-Tom, thank you for being here, my friend. Nice to see you. Which one of you lucky people is going to be the first one in? Or second one in, technically speaking. Well, first, I suppose we didn't really hear from Tim Osman. The first would be the Indian scammer. David Quintana? The actual David Quintana? That must be somebody using your name as a sock. Hello, little hello. You gonna help me do some shout outs? Nick Al, good to have you. Thanks for being on the show earlier and sharing your information. Very, very handy indeed. Much obliged. Al K. I won't stop calling you AIK. Al K. Good to have you, Al. Flatlander, nice to see you, my friend. See how much longer I can drag this out before we get our first guest. Brandon Cook, good to see you. Rune Thornton, nice to have you in our chat. Good to see you. Are you pleased to see Rune Thornton as well, are you? Good, good. Excellent, I'm pleased too. Twiggy, good to have you here. Thanks for being here. Gem Panda. Hooray for Gem Panda. If you go back through these shows, before any of these debates happened... No, don't turn that off. Come away from there, please. Good girl. Before any of these shows happened, I had a chat with Gem Panda about whether or not it would be a good idea to do these debate shows. And what the rules would be. So check it out. Here we go. Got a couple of guests. Invalid, how you doing?
Yo, it's me.
Oh, they're both you?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Hello, yes.
Hello.
Fuckers. Oh, excuse me.
Come on, start working, stupid computer.
How can I help you?
Oh, are you
Yeah, I'm I'm having some issues here with my computer.
Your customer ID?
What's that?
Yeah, your customer ID.
I'm a new customer.
Okay, just give me a moment.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
You still there, buddy? I'm having problems. The computer is troll meme on my computer. Where's everyone, Nate?
Don't know,
He's gone.
Stick a link.
Yeah, you get like instantly 70 people in your shot, but nobody's joining.
Here we go.
Steve.
Steve, how you doing, Steve?
Hello, yes.
Your old guy is awesome.
Oh, the old guy. Oh, hello? Hello, sir? Hello? This is highly unprofessional. Hello, sir. I'm sorry, sir. This is an unprofessional call. I may have to disconnect. Dude, what's going on, man?
I think they got the memo. All right, I'll let you guys get to it. Later, guys.
See it.
How you doing, Channel Q? Good to have you here.
Hey, Nathan.
Hey.
Hi, Steve.
Hey. Hey, Q, did you watch Anthony Riley get absolutely destroyed earlier this morning?
Yes, I did.
I know that was it was glorious. He got
I didn't even have to
destroyed.
watch it. I didn't even have to watch it to the end to see that happen.
No.
Hi, guys in the chat.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I trust you're good. Everyone's good. That's great. Let's get the ball rolling. Pardon the pun.
The sphere Earth. The sphere Earth rolling, guys.
I hope my audio level is good. Pardon the pun. Again. Oh, look, James is here. Oh, great. Save the day, dude.
Been joined by James Richard. How you doing?
Pretty good. What's going on?
It's been pretty dry so far. We'd hope you'd like pull it up.
Yeah, was you there last night? Channel with Grim? I think it was Rebel.
Yeah, I jumped in for a few minutes. With you?
Did you? Yeah, did you hear that? Electric universe with the plasma and all that.
Yeah, I've heard some of it.
It was
Yeah.
towards the end.
Yeah.
What did you think about all that?
What do you mean? Which part? What?
How the theory that was postulated in the 70s would it would kind of take the place of gravity, and
Yeah,
how NASA come out.
I've actually heard of that before.
But don't you find it funny, right? How the electric universe thing has been like debunked. He says it was peer reviewed, but it turns out it wasn't. Well, it was reviewed, but then it was turned out to be a load of garbage. Do you find that funny?
I haven't had a chance to do anything today, but it seemed to me that it wasn't garbage.
Well, if you actually look it up, it turns out that the guy that discovered Alphine waves, or what he coined as Alphine waves, he's actually refuted it himself, and he says that he doesn't believe in that anymore. He doesn't think that that's a thing anymore.
Well, the waves were named after him. That's his name. The waves were named after him because he discovered them. So his name.
But then it turned out he didn't discover them. He doesn't actually agree with his own theory. So.
Well, there was an article. Well, see what the story goes.
That's what he said, but
the story goes like this: he won the Nobel Prize for discovering the Alphine waves, and then he used the opportunity of his Nobel speech. That's what the article said, to say that his original interpretations of his own work were mistaken.
I thought he was just saying that.
What does that mean then? Does that mean that he shouldn't have got the Nobel, whatever it was, prize? You shouldn't have got that.
No, I thought it was just that he couldn't put a mathematical formula to it, but the observations and everything was accurate.
Yeah, but you could apply those observations to anything, really.
We've been joined by two new guests. Sorry to interrupt you guys. Just want to say hello to the two new guests. We've got Curved Water. How you doing, Curved?
And Tony.
Can you guys hear me?
Check. Tony.
And Tony. I will get to Tony.
And Tony.
Not and Tony. It's and Tony. But it's just Tony. Anyway.
Can you hear us, Curved? Is your audio working? Can't hear you if you are talking. No, got nothing from you, Curved.
Yeah, Curved, you're going to have to
Curved, say something.
There we go.
I don't want you to get kicked off.
Say something, Curved, dude. We don't.
Come on, we need some blow birthers on
here.
Come on, guys.
Anyways, I don't know that it's like I don't really know about it, but as far as I can tell, like plasma is like what is going on in the sun, and there's electric current in the sun. So I don't think that there's plasma throughout the universe.
There's plasma and fire as well. If you look at flames, those flames are plasma.
I don't know this whole thing, but what happened yesterday on Rebels is that yes, the man who is credited for discovering these Alphine waves and writing some book or paper on, I don't even remember the name of the word. It's like metathermal magnetic dynamics or something like that. And he's just saying
wave.
I think, what's that, Nathan?
Hydrodynamic wave.
Dynamic.
Wait, one at a time, please.
Magnetothermodynamic.
Right. Yep. He wrote something on that. Now, this is just stuff that I just found out about yesterday. I don't know all of this stuff from like a long time ago, but I have heard of the plasma universe, and that the idea is to try to help explain, because we understand how gravity works within this planet, on this planet, why it's caused, why we experience how it works. When it comes to how other heavenly bodies are interacting with each other, gravity isn't always the best, or we don't fully understand. So plasma universe is like trying to figure out if maybe, that's why there are these, I'm not a physicist.
Well, maybe it doesn't happen like around here where we are right now, but maybe further away, there's other stuff going on.
Yeah, well,
it's like a different environment. Like, I guess you call it an environment. We don't experience that, but there's stuff that apparently is being observed that cannot be explained. So they're trying to basically just place things, there and see if that works, see if that can work mathematically.
Yeah, well, yeah, they'll come up with a theory, and then they'll test a theory. So this whole thing that this guy came up with was a good theory. So, but, some of it was proven not to be accurate, but some of it was, and some of it is useful to us. Like, as far
See,
as
that's
that,
where I guess that's where I do need to go over it again. I was hoping somebody had a chance to do it today and did do it, but it sounded to me like the only thing he admitted he couldn't do was the mathematical equations. He specifically stated that all the observations and everything was accurate.
who stated that?
That
Aries.
what are the waves called again? His last name?
Alphine.
Yeah, Alfie.
Alphine, yeah. I said Aries. What a dumbass.
And then
Van
in March
personality.
of this year or something, NASA he posted a link that NASA said they have found it in space. But the whole thing just
Well,
made
yeah,
me think
there are
like
Alphine waves. I believe there are Alphine waves. They're like on the sun because of what's going on with the sun and how it's pushing its hotter matter out to the surface of it. And that's causing
That's the plasma, yeah.
it's causing like a conductivity to happen, like a flow. And that's what the Alphine waves are. So, I mean, I don't really know this stuff. This is
right.
from,
Yeah, I don't know at all. I'm not gonna.
But if you look at the, you have the aurora, which is the energy
Aurora
from the sun.
borealis?
Yeah, the aurora.
Yeah.
Yeah, from
The
the
northern
sun
lights.
hitting the ionosphere. Is it? Yeah.
Yes.
And then you get those lights. So yeah, there's some sort of a transfer of I guess electrical energy there, or the energy is reacting with the ionosphere creating.
Right, and I'm sure people have thought of, how when you put two magnets together, you can't get them to.
Well, it depends if
Oh, it
opposites
depends.
attract.
Yeah, so it's north
And
because we call them
similarly,
north
they
and
oppose.
south.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if you put
Yeah, but
north ends
there
together,
couldn't
they're
be
going to
like
push each other away.
something not like that going on, right? People have tested or what?
Well, yeah, there is like with as far as gravity is concerned with other heavenly bodies, it's not just a pull; it is like a push and a pull. So there are like multiple forces, interacting on these heavenly bodies as they move around in space and around each other.
It's like a fantastic
But aren't they
teeter-totter.
consistent with their movement?
What's that?
The movements are never changing, right?
What do you
I
mean
mean,
they're never changing?
change, but they go back and do them all again, and go back and do them all again.
Well,
Right.
I guess, yeah, you could say there's like a sustain in what's going on, but things can be interrupted.
Do we get aurora on the southern hemisphere?
Now that I can't tell you.
Because
yes, we do.
we do. Okay.
Aurora
It's
Australis.
called Shenandoah.
If I remember right, it's possible and rare, but they can happen anywhere.
Yeah, I think so too. Actually,
I think it's more around the poles, though, right? Like,
Yeah, sure.
yeah,
It's
yeah. It
more.
happens, but you can't see it on the equator. So
I saw it in
Yeah.
Seattle one year, just once.
But-
It came all the way down there.
yeah, and there's a funny fact, right? Funny fact. Here you go. Just gonna put it out there. Correct me if I'm wrong. Curved, if you're gonna come on. The North Pole is actually the geomagnetic South Pole. So, yeah, it's all that's how it is. It's just so the South Pole is actually the geomagnetic North Pole, right? But I don't know. They flipped it around because the Earth just looked better. The ball just looks better the way it is. The layout of the continents and things, it just looks better, I guess. Or yeah, no one wants to be on the south. Everyone wants to, you want to be on the north. People who figured it out. So yeah, that was weird. I mean, I didn't know about it, or I totally forgot about it, but I kind of like looked at it again, and yeah, it was a weird thing. It's weird.
Yeah, I just looked it up just to make sure I pronounced it correctly. It is correct. Aurora Australis is the opposite, basically, to the Aurora Borealis.
cool.
I mean, is there any difference in color?
Yeah,
Like,
are they green
of the
or
lights?
are they a different color?
Are they great? The ones up north are green and blue, and then the ones down below like orange and red or something.
No, you're asking the wrong person. I'm colourblind. I have no idea.
Whoa, you really colorblind?
Yep.
Wow. You got those glasses right.
No,
I always
never-
knew there
Yeah,
was
never
something
Nathan,
wrong
they
with you,
make
Nathan.
glasses for that now.
Yeah, there's glasses for that.
Really?
You can
Wow,
see
never-
colors for the first
didn't
time in
know.
your life, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure you
Especially
videotape it though,
inside.
so we can see
When you
your
say it-
reaction.
Colorblind, it's not like you see other colors as other different color. You see something that's blue as a different color, right?
Pretty much
No, they just
exactly
don't
that,
see
actually, yeah.
Yeah. You can get glasses,
Red
dude. They
and
can flip
green.
that. They can fix that for you, so you can wear them, and then you'll see everything like everyone else sees it.
Or maybe it's a lie and you really don't.
No, there's.
They're real.
Well, I don't know. People cry when they wear them, so I don't know.
Yeah. For when they wear them for the
But
first time, they
Just
cry.
wear them and don't cry. But it's okay if you do.
No, it's okay if you cry, Nathan. You should make a video doing it for the first time too, because I'd be
Yeah,
really
you get
curious
thousands of hits, dude.
to be a part of that experience for you.
People will be smashing that super like hardcore. with that
Super like money button thing.
Just
Enjoy.
hit the super like, help Nathan get himself a pair of glasses so he can see colors for the first time in his life, people. Come on,
Exactly.
it's Christmas.
There's a
You
cause
guys
can all
have
get
glasses
behind.
that help.
He thinks the Earth is flat. This could be why he thinks the Earth's flat. I need to get him some glasses so he can see the reality.
Oh,
That's exactly what I was going to ask for. I want glasses so I can see the curvature.
We've been joined by Jibby Jedi, who we definitely know is working, and we've also been joined by Miles Davis. How you doing, Miles?
I'm doing fine. I just wanted to say the glasses are for people who see in monochrome, not for people who have color blindness, which is usually a red-green problem.
Correct.
Oh,
Oh,
I do
Oh,
have that
sorry.
red-green problem.
That's
If I
all
wear
wanted
red,
to say, okay?
When,
if you
Thank
wear
you,
red
Miles.
filtered, if you wear red filtered glasses, you can't see the color green with the red-green color blind, which can affect you if you're driving at a stoplight.
Yeah, I've had that. I've literally had exactly that. I've occasionally stopped for streetlights, like the ones that go over the road from a distance. To me, they're just a red light, so I've slowed down approaching things like a motorway that's not lit and then is lit. You know, I slow down for that.
yeah.
Anyway, what about that flat Earth, guys?
I don't know. It's kind of
It's
kind of-
virtually
it's not really
unbelievable, isn't it?
It's virtually flat.
except for the
Jimmy, what did
spherical.
something resonate with you that I said no?
Virtually, maybe a simulated kind of way. Yeah.
Yeah. Part-time vegan. Who's this?
I want to just like throw monkey wrenches in the whole thing and call it a big VR simulation, but it's a flat one. So
Can you hear
let's have a
Yeah,
triple
we hear you,
battle.
We hear you.
Flat, round, virtual. Let's do it.
Hi, part-time vegan. How you doing?
Good. I'm good.
You're very
You should
quiet.
turn your levels up a bit, or Nathan can fix that.
You said turn my mic down.
No, it's cool. Just leave it where it is, and Nathan will fix it for you.
Well, you're still a bit quiet, so if you can just speak up.
Well,
a bit.
just turn it up then, I guess.
Okay. Normally I'm too close, so is this
Nah,
good?
yeah, that's well.
You're still
Can you-
fairly.
Can
Yeah,
you like
we can-
turn your audio up a bit? Like,
We can hear your voice as well as we can see your
Hey,
face.
Jem. Jem
Yeah.
is truly outrageous, guys. Truly, truly outrageous.
truly outrageous.
Ooh.
We've also been joined by Gem
Oh.
Panda. Very pleased to have
Gem.
you, Jeremy. How you doing,
Hello.
Jeremy?
Thank you.
Good to have you here.
So you
Yeah,
guys,
man,
everybody in here is probably sat at a campfire, right, at night.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Well, you know how when you turn away from the campfire, you actually see less distance because of the campfire.
This was the same problem they had on the moon during the Apollo missions.
Yeah, I was just
only
wondering,
8
like,
months.
I was thinking it when they're sending these balloons up, that's what's happening. We're not going to see past where light meets darkness. You won't see past that point. Does that
Well,
make
no, you
sense?
shouldn't.
No, if you're further away from the campfire, like on a hill, and the campfire, let's just say the campfire's on a hill, like I don't know, 5 miles away, and you go on another hill 5 miles away, and you've got direct line of sight of the campfire, you're going to see the campfire.
Yeah, but
So that's
yeah,
the light from the
that's if
campfire
they
hitting your
launch the
eyes,
balloon.
right?
Yeah, if they launch the balloon at night, but I'm yet to see one of those.
What? But we're not talking about
But if
balloons.
you're
I'm just
in
talking
the
about
light-
campfires, dude.
If you're in the light trying to look out in the dark, you're not going to see past where light meets darkness.
Unless there's another light source further away. Yeah.
Well, maybe I could picture that with like a. I see what you're saying, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, another light, I guess you would see.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where you were going with that.
Have you ever gone outside and seen the
I
stars
trying
and
to
then
wonder why
tried
we
to take a
can't.
picture of the stars?
Taking a
Even
picture
though
of the
you can,
stars,
even though you can see the stars, doesn't mean that you can necessarily take a picture of the stars.
well, I actually see far more stars with the P900 than I do with a naked eye. I could stare up at the stars, and then I'll take that picture, and I see so many more that just come out. Like the camera picks up so much more.
It also happens if you go outside and just let your eyes adjust. And
Well, we do have those blind spots though. Sometimes, like dead on blind spot and whatnot. Like as with a camera, will grab all of that.
yeah, you could take some CBD as well. Apparently, that helps with your eyes a lot. Jibby,
What?
you could take some CBD.
I could. You got any?
Yeah, you probably do it already, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, so that helps. It lowers the pressure around the optical nerve, so you'll be able to see. You know, it helps with people with glaucoma and stuff. So, and it helps with retinas, and so it helps your eyes react to light better and focus. So, yeah, that will help. Yeah, but obviously it's all optical. You need to get the best optics, like a telescope or something like that. That way you can concentrate on a certain point in the sky to collect the light from a particular area, which would appear to be total darkness to someone's eye. But when you're focusing on a certain point, you're collecting the light from a particular area. Then you can see more, see other stars and stuff. So there you go.
I used to see a lot more stars. I would say even 15 years ago. Night and day difference, the way the skies are now. And I don't know if that's
I think that could be your eyes. It could be your eyes. I know.
Your eyes, and it could be light pollution if there's more buildings and.
Like there's stars that I can see easily, and like for instance, my mum or my aunt will be out there, and I'll be like, "Can you see this? Can you see that?" And they're just like, "No, they can't see it." It's like their eyes are just like either it's aging or or they just have really bad eyes. But I think as you get older, your eyes get worse. But there are things you can, supplements and things you can take which can kind of keep your eyes working well for longer. But people's eyes, they just age, so you won't be able to see as well as someone who's younger than you and healthier.
So you're saying you can only see sort of several light years when you're older, but hundreds of light years.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, it would just mean that there are imperfections in the lens in your eye, so you're not allowing as much light into your eye.
Well, there's that. There's also just the wear and tear.
Just a weakening
the muscles
of your eye muscles and
the muscles stretching and the
imperfections
lens
in the retina.
And constantly doing that can eventually cause stigmatisms in your lens, so you get aberrations and things that you can't see. So that just happens over time. That's just natural wear and tear of the eyes. There are like laser surgeries you can do to flatten your lens out, but that's not it's not 100%, and it's not something that's gonna make it perfect, but it will help. But that's I wouldn't do that. I don't like lasers in my eyes. So yeah, I think just
I notice I get a great view of the sky like right after a hurricane.
That could be due to the air pressure around the hurricane.
See the galactic rift again. I'm like, wow, that's been there the whole time over my house at this time of year. I didn't know that.
Especially in cold weather, the sky is really clear. So at nighttime, something like 3 or 4 in the morning, the sky's really clear. especially when it's cold. The sky's really clear. But that's also you got to take into account the cloud, because cloud's annoying.
But, hurricane season in the Northeast, August, September, still fairly warm, still humid. I think it was Hurricane Irene. I can't remember, but the last one that blew through here, I thought I was in like an Arizona desert sky. It was beautiful. It was like, wow, like so many more stars right after like the winds. It's like the winds came and just cleaned up the air, cleaned out the atmosphere, cleaned out the whatever smog, pollution, and you get a great view.
Yeah, it could be that as well. That could definitely be it as well. But I believe there's obviously with hurricanes there's a differential in pressure, and I think Curved was going to jump in there.
No, I'm just trying to see if my mic works.
Yeah.
Oh, your mic does
Curved.
work, dude. Your mic works.
Welcome to the Flat Earth debate.
Very good,
I'm
thank you.
standing in for Nathan Oakley.
I'm just
Please
trying to keep
continue.
up to date.
Yeah,
Up
good
to
job.
date.
With the flat Earth debates.
Well,
Yes,
we could be in a
please be sure to
VR curved
subscribe
water.
and
We
Super
could
chat.
be a VR Earth here.
What?
Could be in a VR simulation Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's what it is, dude. That's probably where you are.
Well,
This isn't the eternity, right?
Even if it's a simulation, wouldn't your reality be still reality? You see what I mean?
Can we hold on for a
It's
moment?
reality
Nathan wants to
where you're at,
introduce.
like,
Yeah,
No,
so
to
what you're realizing is that your question is redundant.
In a video game, you are susceptible to all the physics and rules of that video game.
Chippy?
So you have to. Yes.
Hello,
so-
Chippy.
Hello.
Grim has just joined the hangout, and I think Nathan Oakley wants to introduce him.
Okay.
How you doing, Grim?
Good, thank you. I'm doing
Good to
good,
have
thank
you.
you. Continue, guys. I didn't mean to interrupt. Just checking the mic.
That's cool.
But in a simulation, theoretically speaking, the laws of physics don't always apply. For example, like you can program a Call of Duty game to basically break the laws of physics in certain aspects. That's why there's cheat codes and stuff. So,
Okay, but it's a
Well,
game.
does it break the law of physics, or does it hack the code in the same way? Like we can hack the weather, we can create an earthquake, so we can hack the ground, we can hack people, we can hack their mind, we can
No,
hack
we
their
can't
emotions.
hack the ground and make an earthquake.
Can't you?
It's a video game. A video game is not
Yes, they can create
analogous-
earthquakes
uh,
through
not-
vibrations,
it's not a good
or they
analogy for real
just
life.
drill a hole, plant a nuke, and detonate it.
Well, then, yeah, maybe, but I don't think that that's going to be. That seems pretty random
Wait, why would you detonate a
and
nuke?
dangerous.
Tesla said he could split the Earth in half.
All right, but how is that violating the laws of physics by doing so?
I know. If you put a
I just
nuclear
think it is. I
weapon
think
and
it's
stuff
trying
and
to
you
be
cause an
subordinate.
earthquake, that's totally within the laws of
I think
physics.
It's
when
knowing the laws of physics and manipulating them.
when Nikola Tesla said that, I think he was
Okay.
talking about Mother Earth, and I think when he was doing that, he was referring to his wife. But anyway, carry on.
The pigeon?
Well, just to make it clear, I mean, my question
His
was
wife's opinion.
rhetorical. How is that violating the laws of physics? That's the point that was trying to be made with that example about
Yeah,
earthquakes.
and a video
Am I
game
wrong?
isn't using the laws of physics. It's using computer programming. That you
Right.
program it to be.
Right.
Which
It's nothing to do with law at all. It has nothing to do with anything that is going to be consistent because you can make anything you want out of anything.
God,
Right.
I want flat
Isn't
Earth
that what we do here?
screen right
No.
now.
No, I can't go outside and pick up a rock and make it gold just by
Well,
manipulating it.
maybe you could if you had all the science and all the physics that's being hidden from us.
No,
Well,
there's a
you
certain
could if it
process
was
to make
iron.
it
There's an orb
gold.
on my shoulder. Look, guys, and it eats my hand.
Supposedly, they figured out how to
Look, the
turn.
sun is actually in my living room. Here it is. You can see how it's in front of my shoulder right here. See?
Oh,
How
wow,
the
you're
sun is in
behind
front
the
of my
sun.
shoulder. Flat Earth,
You're
get
like
your heart
behind
out.
the sun,
That's
dude.
that's like how the moon is in front of the clouds. That's crazy.
Speaking of
And there's not even
simulation,
any sun there. It's just light from the wall. But that's your camera right there. That's exactly what we're talking about.
Exposure.
Well,
Look,
you're
look.
using a local light source, aren't you?
Well, local compared to what? There's no light source there. That's not a source. That's just a
That's
reflection
light
off of the
reflecting
wall.
off the wall, just like a
That's a
hot spot.
reflection
You
off of a
guys have
blanket.
hot
And
spots.
Then the source of the
No.
light's the wall.
No, I'm just turning the. I'm just turning the exposure up. The exposure's up really high on the camera. There's no light source there. There's just a white spot on the wall.
All the light is just collecting in that spot in your eye.
Because the exposure is pulling
There's
in so much
shining-
light
it's
that you cannot see
reflecting off
the
the
detail
wall,
of
that's
the
the
blanket
sword.
behind you. Look, I'll show you what's behind it. Watch this. Nothing. How about that? A dark blanket's behind me. Look, that's just a white spot on the wall. All right, flat earthers.
I wasn't arguing that. I was just saying, no matter where the reflection's coming from, is the source.
In other words, where the reflection was coming from was the wall, and the wall is not the source of light.
Yeah, you tried to act like it's the source.
reflecting
sun is
the light.
source.
Take the wall away, you don't have it.
Yeah, fix the exposure, and it's not there anymore either.
Well, you could still see this.
Yeah, but
wall
you're
had
missing
that
the whole
dark
entire
spot on
point.
it.
The camera exposure is the problem.
Yeah, I understand that.
Oh, well, good.
But
What are you
if you don't have that wall behind you, you don't even get that. So no matter what you have the camera do.
No shit, dude.
That's all I was trying to say.
Why were you
What's the
saying
source?
that? Why were you saying that as if it was a corrective statement?
Okay, this is like going nowhere. So, what do you
I
guys
know.
think the sun is?
You're the one that
That-
fucking-
that's what I'm curious about. Like, what is the sun? Because to me, from my vantage point, I think the sun might be simulated. Because for one, so the sun doesn't change angular size throughout the day.
What do you mean by
Okay,
simulated?
Okay, but let me ask you a question. Where's the
I
simulator?
need to
for
ask
the
this
sun?
question because it never gets asked. What
Yeah,
do
what
they
do you
mean
mean
by
by
simulated?
So remember when we were talking about how?
No, I wasn't here
in-
for
in-
that.
in-
What do you mean by simulated?
So in a simulation, not everything has to necessarily follow the laws of physics.
Oh my god, what the hell? Who on?
So what do you mean by
But
simulated?
the sun follows the laws of physics.
So
Sun is how we learned about the laws of physics.
okay. So you're saying the sun's a physical sun,
killing you,
then,
dude.
right?
Yeah.
So are you a flat earther or are you a round earther?
Does it matter? I'm just speaking truth.
Let's just say for shits and giggles, hell yeah, I'm a flat earther. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying that. How do you know the sun is physical just because it looks physical? Because to me,
Because I can feel it, and I can get it. I can feel it. I can get a suntan from it. I can get sunburn from it.
Watch
Seeds
sunspots.
grow
so,
from
migrate.
okay.
I can
Is it-
reflect it.
I can see a
You can
rainbow.
watch
Is a rainbow
sunspots
physical?
migrate. Migraine. You give me a migraine. You can watch
Okay.
sunspots migrate around it.
And feel the heat of it.
Makes
Well,
your weed
I mean,
grow.
I'm not saying that the
You
sun.
calculate the rotation and the difference between the equator of the rotation and the
The
poles of the
plants
rotation.
can feed from it.
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, the
It's
sun
the- it's the
is
source of all
radiating.
life on
It's
Earth.
radiating energy, but
It's the source of all life on Earth.
okay, right. So the sun is radiating
So we
energy.
know it's
but
real.
But life
I'm
didn't come
not
from the
saying
sun,
that-
dude.
Okay, I'm not saying it's not real. I'm just saying it radiates energy. I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying, how do we know it's physical? Just because it radiates energy, I don't necessarily think that means it's physical. For the same reason that a rainbow.
Energy is mass,
radiates-
isn't it? Isn't
What?
energy mass converted?
Yes.
Well, light isn't necessarily
Womp
mass.
womp womp. You just got debunked.
Photons.
Ding ding.
No, photons are actually.
Yeah, but light
photons
doesn't
are
emit off
actually
of something that is nothing, is
That's
it?
a
It does it.
misconception.
Light will not reflect off of something that is made of nothing, will it?
Right. So it might be reflecting
Right.
off
So
of
there
something
must be
which I don't
something
know.
there. Hey,
Right.
right.
So ghosts don't have
So there
reflected
goes
light
your
off.
non-tangible sun idea
So-
right there, out the window.
No,
What do you-
keep
wait, what do you-
interrupting
what do
him.
you-
You won't let him.
What are you even talking about? Like, you're talking so fast, I can't even get your points. Well, okay. So
Ooh,
when
that's
you're saying
sad.
that okay, well, you can just keep
I
talking.
shed
over
a
me.
tear for you.
Is the sun tangible?
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know what the sun is.
Absolutely.
I don't.
The sun
Not people.
touches you.
Actually, we can measure the ions that are
Trying to
emitted from the
say,
sun. too.
hey, it's is a
We can
rainbow
actually
physical.
measure the actual ions that are emitted from the sun. We can.
So
we can
so
look
what?
at
Yes,
the
yes,
Water
you're right.
molecule, the water
Exactly.
molecules
We can actually look
that
at the light
are,
spectrum
that are
analysis and tell
refracting
all.
the light are
Hello.
physical, and the light is
Okay.
physical.
One
Okay,
at a time.
Can we at least
Like
like
a
not
rainbow.
interrupt each
Yeah,
other?
we can
because,
measure
like,
light spectrum analysis and tell the exact elements that are coming from the sun as well.
Mister,
It's pretty tangible.
is a rainbow physical?
Is the
Yes.
rainbow physical? Okay, how is
Absolutely.
the rainbow
Water
physical?
molecules.
So you can touch
Water
a rainbow.
molecules.
Water
molecules
molecules that are refracting refracting the light are physical, and the light
But
is
the water molecules are not the rainbow.
Thanks, Graham.
They
They're
create the
causing it.
rainbow, but they are not the rainbow. So that's
Okay,
what
so
I'm saying.
where
It's
is
just
the
not-
rainbow?
Without them,
rainbow-
there would not be a rainbow. Okay, imagine that for a second. There would be
Okay.
no rainbow without them. So they are an essence of the rainbow.
So
it's as
hear me out.
physical
Hear me
as
out.
the air.
Hear me out. So the rainbow is created by external factors. Okay, so I'm saying maybe the sun
Everything
is
is.
created by external factors. That doesn't
So is
mean we can
everything.
go out and touch
sun is
the
created
rainbow.
by hydrogen combusting into helium over and over and over again.
Well, that's one theory. I don't even settle with that.
Well, he's still got a point though, because a rainbow is not physical. I mean, when you run into somebody, you bump them because they're physical.
Right.
But you
right.
walk
Neither
through
is-
the
neither
air
is
without
oxygen.
bumping
Are
into
you
it.
breathing
don't
right
you?
now?
The water.
You guys are not thinking clearly or something because
Neither
it's all
is
physical.
oxygen.
The air, the
Oxygen.
oxygen, the
Are you
air that
breathing
the
right now?
rainbow floats in.
You guys are both
What's
talking at once, and you're
filling-
not even making sense.
What is
So what I'm
filling in
trying to
your
tell you
lungs?
is just
I noticed
because
What is
that.
filling in
just
your
because
lungs?
some okay,
What
you
is
guys
filling
why
in
are
your
y'all
lungs
why are y'all
right
trying to
now
overtalk
as you're
people?
breathing? Is it not
Just slow
something
down.
physical?
Why are y'all trying to talk
It's
so
not
fast?
something
Can we not just
physical
have a
that is inflating
conversation?
your lungs as you're breathing.
Okay,
Y'all
right.
don't
So,
have a map.
So
Y'all don't
oxygen
have
is
real
Answer
just
her
like you are
question.
describing, yet it inflates your lungs.
You realize you're bumping into the air right now, right? It's called air pressure.
sure.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to
So
say
it's
is,
physical. The air is physical.
I didn't say the air wasn't physical.
Okay, just making sure you understand that. Because it seemed like you were
So what does
inferring
that-
that you can't bump into the air, but you can bump into people. It was a bad
Well, if you let
example.
me finish my point, maybe you would understand what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say is just because
Oh, I'm
something
sure. What?
Okay, so the sun, what is that? What's that? Plasma and Alfvén waves, right?
No.
Okay, so
Total
the Alfvén waves
misrepresentation.
that
So
aren't
stop
haven't been peer
trolling.
reviewed, they come from there.
No.
Are they
Does
all
the
around
sun
us?
have
these-
electrical properties?
Nope.
The sun produces plasma,
Yes.
which then
But
reacts
does
with
it
the
have
Alfvén
electrical
waves,
properties?
which haven't been peer reviewed and don't exist, and have been
Does-
refuted
it
by
has
the
been
guy
peer
that
reviewed.
discovered
Does
them.
exist. What are you, stupid?
Refuted by the guy that discovered them. But anyway, so
Yeah, Hannes Alfvén, the Nobel Prize winner in
the
1970.
Nobel Prize
Dumbass.
winner that refuted his own work. Yeah,
Hi,
that guy.
the one who was actually found to be correct just recently in 2017 March with the NASA discovery of the Alfvén waves.
No,
So
they
eat your
discovered
heart out,
something
punk.
that had similar properties
your
to
heart
an
out,
Alfvén
punk.
wave. They didn't discover Alfvén
Yeah,
waves.
just like Einstein said that he wouldn't be surprised to find all his theories to be incorrect too. That's just something they like to do, isn't it? Because obviously he wasn't
so-
found incorrect. He just thought he was incorrect.
So you believe the sun is physical, right?
Of course.
Okay. Well, could you explain the coronal heating problem, please?
Yes, especially because I don't believe in the standard cosmological idea of what the sun is. The standard heating problem is because the photosphere is hotter, or the coronosphere is hotter than the internal inside the sun. But that's exactly in coordinates with a Z-pinch model of the sun being an electrical Z-pinch in plasma. So it's really not a problem for the electric universe. It's more of a prediction for the electric universe.
Okay, so you subscribe to the electric universe, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Plasma cosmology.
All right.
You need that much
Rely on
electricity for
gravitational-based
VR.
theories and stuff like that.
Who's playing Issa?
So on the electric universe, what's the explanation for gravity? Is it electrostatic force, or what is it?
Makes the most
It's
sense.
on the subatomic dipole.
It's
Don't ask me more
subatomic
questions. You
dipole?
understand a subatomic dipole? Because I'm not here to teach you physics.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if you can't explain it,
It's
maybe
not.
you don't know it
Oh,
for
I can't. I
yourself.
don't have the time. I don't have the time or the patience.
Oh, well, okay. Well, don't.
Guys,
Why bring it up? If you can't
Don't
even-
bring it up for assert, Grim. Grim, I like you, man, but don't assert things that you don't have time to.
That's right.
You don't have pictures about. You just start asserting
You don't have
things
time to learn this,
that
dude.
haven't been peer reviewed.
Oh, it's been peer reviewed. You don't, and you
Well,
guys don't have
it's,
time to
well,
learn.
it's been peer reviewed and it's been debunked. So there's nothing really to talk about there.
Not been debunked. That's fucking hilarious.
Well, it has.
No, there,
I mean,
it what? There are thousands of postulations in the electric universe. You're talking about maybe one, maybe wrong. Which one?
Well, the
don't
alpine
swear,
waves,
Grim.
which is kind of like the basis of your argument.
When you say,
Can't-
"Oh,
can't
electric
swear,
universe is
Grim.
debunked,"
Because you talk about it as if
makes
you
no
discovered
sense
it.
because
Anyway,
they keep turning
we can
around
carry
and saying
on.
things like, "Oh wow, Jupiter is full of electrical activity that we never knew was going on, and we don't have no idea how the dynamo occurs." We didn't expect for the Juno mission to make all of our theories be incorrect.
Well, that's why they go and discover
You
things
don't
rather than
realize
just certain
who's
things as
saying
true.
these things, right? Do
So
you?
I'm not against the electric universe. Like it's an interesting idea. I've been looking into it, but
It's not
the thing is-
debunked either. I'm sick of
Okay,
these
yeah,
retarded
I didn't
kids
say it
who
was
keep saying
debunked.
the
I
same
didn't say it
things
was
over and over
debunked.
again.
I didn't say it was
No, it
debunked.
has not.
Okay, I didn't say it was. I never said it was. But I'm saying if you're
No,
going
Steve-
to bring in,
Steve
okay,
was there.
right, all right. Well, I'm saying what I'm telling you. I'm just trying to address you.
Yeah, but part-time.
I'm saying
You sounded close to the same as him, and I'm not used to your both voices yet, so I thought I was still talking to him.
Okay, yeah, no problem. But I'm saying that if you bring an idea to it, but you don't care to explain it, what's the point of bringing the idea to the conversation? That's like me saying, well, the Earth is simulated, and it's not.
I didn't bring the idea. Remember,
He's saying research it. He's just saying research.
Outside of the shape of the Earth, to me, kind of questioning. Now let's back up a second.
Well, not only that, but if it's something very detailed, he's saying look into it, or at least just check it out.
I
Do
don't
it.
feel like
You go
going
there,
over
give
2
an
hours
entire
of
lecture.
Thank you, James. I don't feel like going over 2 hours worth of research about one focal point that has nothing to do with the shape of the Earth anyway. In a flat Earth debate. I could refer you to my very last video on my channel, 3-4 hours long video.
Wasn't you saying that the electric universe, it's all based on observations too, right?
And laboratory experiments, unlike theoretically based,
Right.
I mean, theories.
Yeah, but what
Imagine
you're
theory-based
talking
theories with
about
ad
is what's
hocery.
been discovered in the human body anyway, and in cells and in atoms anyway. So that's on a very small level.
And
right?
plasma is scalable, exactly. It's a scalable science. Like, what is it, 10 to the power 39th or some shit? It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, or whatever. But so, yeah, I mean, that's how MRI scanners work. That's how they get images.
Yep.
So,
okay, a quick question.
you're just kind of like conflating.
So we are coming up on the 1 hour mark. Hope you're all enjoying the debate thus far. Interesting that it has been. If you are new to the channel, or you have not done so already, which is about 50% of the people watching you this show, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate. If you would like to support this channel, there is a super chat that allows you to toss me a buck or two running alongside the show while it is live. And most importantly, if you would like to join the panel, there is currently one gap left. Simply mute the page you are currently watching, then click the link in the info box below this video. There are a couple of rules. Number 1, please do not swear. Grim is hanging on by a thread in that regard. And number 2, if you are ejected for swearing, please do not try to rejoin using sock accounts. You will be warmly welcome back on the next stream. If you've not done so already, please share the show. I am eternally grateful to those who do share, as it increases the audience, which in turn increases the diversity of the panel. So once again, please share the show. And if you've not done so already, subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate.
There's like a lot of hit pieces that get written, and they're all missing the target.
Yeah, but it's hardly
they
big
say dumb
pharma.
shit like, "Oh, Thunderbolt's project is debunked because that we found neutrinos." Well, the Thunderbolt project, the electric universe, they actually predict neutrinos. They need neutrinos in the model. It's a necessity. So there's no debunking there. They are the neutrinos that are created in the electric universe model isn't from the lighter elements or the heavier elements in the the fusion. Excuse me.
Okay, but
It's
with
from
all due respect, Grim.
the photosphere. That's why it's hotter in the photosphere. It's hotter in the photosphere than in the center of the Earth, which does not comport to your convection bullshit. And there's no convection anyway.
Yeah, dude, this is extremely boring, dude. I mean, no
Can I-
offense to you.
can I
This
say
is no
something?
offense to you.
Again,
This
see,
is no
you
offense.
ask me to
No,
ask.
Grim,
See, you
Grim,
ask me
with
for
all due
technical
respect-
details, right? But then
all
you turn
due-
around and say, "Well, that wasn't fast enough." Like saying, "What's your favorite color? Ice cream, chocolate." It wasn't.
Yeah, you
quick
could have
enough
just done that,
answer.
dude. That'd have been
Yeah,
way easier.
The same, yeah,
But
but
anyway,
I'm just
so-
pointing out a simple fact, right?
Yeah.
You ask questions for things that are complex and detailed and take long time to explain, but then
Yeah, I
once
wish I
you
hadn't
hear
have asked it now.
5-6 sentences, you start to cry about how long it takes. Dude, go eat it.
So are
You
you
have become more adept. At
I'm going to
escape,
interrupt you guys
so
anyway. Sorry, we've been joined by Jermaine, so very pleased to have you. Jermaine, how you doing?
Looks like he knows what he's talking about, if you ask me.
Guys, you can't be heard while I'm doing an introduction. I just turn you down and wait until you shut up.
Slow down, guys. Nathan wants to introduce him.
Nobody can hear you.
Great, here we go.
Nobody can hear you. Hello. Right, we've been joined by two new guests.
Yes.
So we've been joined by Jermaine and we've been joined by Make4. Jermaine, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Nathan. How about yourself?
I'm good. I'll turn you down a little bit. I'm very good. We can definitely hear you. And we've also been joined by Make4. How you doing?
Hey, buddy. What's going on?
Good to have you here.
Hey,
I'm done.
okay,
Sorry to interrupt, guys.
So, Graham, I have a quick question. I have two questions actually. So, in the EU project, do you believe in the geocentric model or heliocentric model?
Helio.
Okay, and so in the EU model, does it have to be a round Earth for it to work, or is that just doesn't really matter at all?
Well, if you're looking at it only theoretically, is which they do not,
Right.
then yeah, you could probably make it work with Rubik's cube or whatever.
Okay. Cool.
But excuse me, but you can't with a Rubik's cube or any other shape, you can't acquire vernal equinox like you do with the sphere. So I mean, you're still kind of poop out of luck when it comes to that. Trying to make what you think observationally, what we see observationally, comport to any other model than a sphere, you're gonna have a hard time. That's all.
Right.
Just give you a fair advance warning.
See, I actually don't have many issues with the globe model because I believe that Earth is a flat realm. As in, if you keep going north, you're going to end up where you're the same location. If you keep going east, you're going to end up in the same location, which is basically just circumnavigation, which can happen on the globe. And that's why I think that the globe model, they can create like apps like Stellarium and stuff like that because the flat Earth realm has similar properties to a globe, as in you can circumnavigate it, and that's why I think a lot of people believe that the Earth is a globe just because of circumnavigation. Because from my point of view, I have never ever seen a curve. Well,
Can I ask you a
all the
question?
spherical yeah, go ahead.
So you realize with circumnavigation on
Right.
a sphere,
Right.
you can go east to west and you can fly in a straight line and circle the globe. But on a flat plane, in order to circumnavigate east to left or east to west, you have to make a left turn or a right turn the entire time.
So yeah, I'm not saying that Earth is a flat disc.
But you'd also
I
need to
think it's
check
a-
the magnetic declination depending on where you are on the ball as well. So you could actually be going around in a circle, which you are anyway.
Yeah.
What did you just say, Steve?
You have magnetic declination depending on where you are.
So if you're following your compass, if it's pointing north, if you're going around a disk, then east would be the same as it is on the globe.
Basically, what he's saying is that the North Pole's like this, a big ring at the top. You're following the ring. You might not ever really be going forward north. And if he's not saying that, I apologize. Correct.
No, that's correct. You got like on every single Ordnance Survey map, you have a magnetic declination. So you have to you have to set your compass up. You have to change it depending on where you are to align north properly. Yeah,
pitch.
which also means that you're realigning where east is. Because north is the
That's why the southern hemisphere has the dip, the vertical.
Well, I'm just saying that you could fly in a straight line east and fly over China and come up over Alaska.
but it's not a straight line.
Yeah, on
But
a flat plane, you'd have to turn left in a circle to do that.
No, that's not true at all.
Am I not
Okay.
making sense?
How's it not true then?
it says it's not true. So refute.
I mean, it is true, but you're direct. If you were following a compass, it wouldn't change. You could follow a compass in the same way as you could on the globe. And if you imagine the globe, if you imagine you had an aircraft flying around the equator,
Right.
and you tilted that plane 90 degrees onto its side and squashed the Earth, it would still be flying around the squashed Earth in just the same way. Do you know what I mean?
But on that
Does
point,
that
though,
make sense?
Jim, yeah, but where is the southern magnetic pole?
Right. Well, you
on a
obviously you
flat.
wouldn't have, in this scenario, I'm relying on a very basic compass that just points to magnetic north.
The southern magnetic pole is actually the North Pole.
Declinations should be very, very different on any kind of a flat Earth model than what we have in reality, because you have the southern magnetic pole in one location, and if you try to map that out onto a flat disk model, I think
isn't it in every location though?
Is it
But
what
it would
in every location?
On a flat Earth, it would have to surround the disk.
Yeah, in every location.
Right, but it doesn't do that.
Well, that
Reality doesn't do that. It's
Curved,
off
right?
the coast.
Pole inside of a pole.
But Curved, depending on how close you are, depending on where you are, the strength of the magnetic force is going to be different, right? So you're going to be going towards where the magnetic force is stronger.
All right, but here's the thing. My point is,
If it's flat, that's what I'm saying.
All right, southern magnetic pole is a point. You can encircle it. It's not a ring around anything. It is a point that you can make a ring around. And it's out there off the coast of Antarctica, below South America, New Zealand. Below Australia and New Zealand somewhere. Like 100 miles off the coast of Antarctica, 160 miles off, something like that.
Well, we don't know how far away it is.
But they do know. They know where it is. There are maps of the magnetic field and declination and everything all across the Earth. It is a point. It's basically a point. You've got the pole right there. That's what the pole is. It's no kind of a ring. It can't be explained on any kind of a flat model.
Actually, a point. The force is in a huge area, dude. It's not just in the pole. It's like
they could,
like the whole top of the damn area is charged.
Yeah, so when you get there, the compass is just going to be nothing.
Wacky. It's going to be wacky, and I'm saying but there's an area in there that you can encircle. It is not. You can surround it.
You can go to the center.
Literally surround this.
That's what they do.
And everybody will be facing each other with the pole in between them. You can't do that on a flat.
You won't be able to have a meetup at the south, then, would you?
Next Flat Earth meetup, Antarctica.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gonna be all over the place. Well, I'm already at Antarctica. Where are you? Oh, I'm at Antarctica. Oh, where are you? I don't know, dude. I just followed the compass south. I just turned up at Antarctica. Where are you?
All you got to really do is just plant one of the flat earthers there. When the 24-hour sunlight is hitting its best, let him see it for 24 hours.
Right.
And then
that's what I think.
Pick him back up out of there and put him back over in the flat Earth nest and let him tell the others. I don't need to deal with this shit.
That would be the cheapest way, I think, to prove it. That can't happen any other way. That can't happen on a flat Earth.
We're done. What are we going to talk about? It would be even cheaper to just tell them all to go outside during the vernal equinox and watch the sun come up to the east. And how could that happen for everyone on the planet on a flat Earth, with the sun going in circles at a 60 and 270 degree, exit strategy?
What about if you look at how low the moon is in the sky right now, depending on where you are?
Right.
Well, you got to remember, not all flat earthers agree. I don't think anybody knows what the sun does myself, but
well, that's why we stuck it to those two simple
things.
Mean?
On the flat Earth.
What do you mean, James? Nobody knows what the sun does.
We know it comes up.
He's saying James says he doesn't know what it does.
I believe it goes through the doors and the windows of the firmament.
Why is it always?
Come on, James. How are the doors and the windows opened?
And if it does so, why is it always visible from about half of the Earth?
If there's water above the firmament,
Six
when
on
the
the
doors and the
east,
windows
six
open, why
on the
doesn't the
west.
water rush in?
James, why is it always visible from about half of the earth?
Pac-Man.
And when it
James?
goes through these doors, is it dark everywhere on the earth? Or it's automatically on the other side?
No, it's automatically on the other side.
Yeah, it's like those. It's like those models you see of like cities, and they have the airport, and you see the
ISIS.
plane go up on a little stick into a curtain, and it goes round on a loop and comes in the other
No,
side.
I believe
That's what used to happen on the Flintstones,
Pac-Man,
guys. Remember?
still a
They just keep your
split
hand
second before it appears on
in
the other
place, but the
side.
background moves.
the sun arises and the sun sets and hastens to the place it arose.
Okay, thanks for the Bible verse. Now, can you and Spurs Chemo get together and diagram this for us in MS Paint? That would be classic.
Get a blueprint
show
or
me
something.
anything else in the
My
universe that can
Just
actually
saying, we know the ordinances of heaven, but we cannot explain them, especially
So you accept
especially
the
on a flat
oblique
earth.
Mercator map?
We
or
who?
projection?
We you and your mouse in your pocket? Because
Wait,
Yeah,
when
you
were we
can't-
talking
you
about heaven?
just- you do mathematical equations based off what you observe, and you
We
come
know
to
where
a
the sun is all the time, James.
You believe you're
Yeah,
correct
we
on
know
that
where the
computer.
sun is.
that's how this fancy flashlight works. They made
This
mathematical
realm,
equations.
this
and then
realm
they
we're
put
in
it all
is not what
together.
you think. It's what I believe.
Some
Okay.
watch work.
And you can
So-
drive a car over it, and it still survives, right?
So what makes it flat, James? What makes it flat? then?
Right.
Nothing is real. We can't believe anything we see.
Got a wooden
Therefore, I'm
watch.
telling everybody it's flat and they should listen to me. Does that make
Would-
sense, James?
Would I?
No, you don't. I never said you need to listen to me.
Has
What are you
anyone ever
doing
seen a
here,
wooden
James?
watch band before?
Why are you out telling everybody the earth
Is that
is
a
flat,
Rolex?
James? If you shouldn't
Because
be
it is
listened
flat.
to.
Yeah,
If-
right.
Yeah,
You
see?
get it from AliExpress or something, right? Just like your hats.
Right. I don't even know what that means, but that's funny. It's probably like some pop
China.
culture thing.
It's from China.
Windows of heaven.
Windows of Heaven, man. That's like
Portals,
that's
man.
apparently that's the best
Who
version of
cleans
Windows.
those windows?
That's
what
the
is that job
operating
pay an
system
hour?
I need.
It's a
Windows
How
of
come,
Heaven
how
was,
come when they
was,
open the doors and the windows, the
Do you
water
have any
above the
evidence
firmament
of
doesn't rush in?
these windows? Do you have any evidence of that?
The glue? We put some glue there.
What?
Do you have any evidence of these
Oh,
doors?
the windows of heaven. Oh,
That's
nobody.
it
Do you
was
have any
it's
evidence of it?
Windows
You're
of
not
Heaven
going
was
through
based on
those,
Windows
man.
7, by the way.
Hey, I kind of want to talk about this alleged Pac-Man son, because can y'all see my screen?
Wait,
Screen sharing. Can y'all see
You
it?
meant proof, right?
I just want to explain it because it sounds like a Pac-Man son, but it's not really a Pac-Man son.
Okay. You know that map's wrong though, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I'm just for it.
Yeah, that's the
sake
wrong
of
map
discussion.
I've seen.
Yeah, you don't even have a map yet.
So, huh?
You don't have a map yet. You could have just used Google Maps, right? Because you know
Why aren't the
you just
poles
keep
more
going to the right or to the left. It
Can't you
keeps
just
going.
leave him to do it, Steve?
Okay. So,
Yeah, I'll end it.
Let him
All right.
finish, Steve.
I
So
know.
basically, okay. So you see how the sun is going, how the sun's going from east to west right here, and people might say that the teleporting point would be near Australia. They think that once the sun gets past this point, it just teleports here, right?
Hey, part-time, can I interrupt you for a moment just to
Sure.
explain to you that you're going west to east right now?
Okay, my bad. Anyways, so people think that the teleportation or whatever is going to happen at this point, but that just kind of depends on how you draw the map. You can draw the map where Australia is in the center, and then you'll say that the teleportation point is going to happen basically towards the west part of Africa. So what I'm trying to say is that in a realm, there really is no right way to draw it. How you would describe the teleportation point would be the point in which you arbitrarily draw your map. But the thing is, all perspectives exist simultaneously. There is no right way to draw a realm. So that's why I'm saying there's no Pac-Man sun, but it still can go from one side to another.
And
That
that's
makes
the
sense.
least of your worries where you designate any kind of an end to the map. You got a bigger problem.
Okay, what's the bigger problem?
The sun teleporting.
No, it's not teleporting because okay. So at what point would the sun teleport?
You tell me. It's not my map.
Okay, yeah. So most people would say it would teleport once it gets towards Australia. But if you draw Australia towards the center of the map, like I did on my second example right here, then you would say the teleportation point is going to happen near East or West Africa.
But
So, like I said, it just
the problem with this is that it
so.
has
Okay, let me just at least make my point. So what I'm trying to say is there is no teleportation because that just depends on your arbitrarily how you draw the map, and all like perspectives exist simultaneously. Therefore, there is no Pac-Man type properties going on here.
What you're saying doesn't make any sense because you're saying the sun is only going from Australia to freaking South America and that's it. And then you're saying there's no teleportation. So what is it? How does it get back over America then?
He's saying that everywhere is the teleportation.
What are you saying?
So what I'm saying is we're sitting here over here arguing over the shape of the Earth. I'm saying there really is no shape of the Earth. The Earth is a realm. There's no right way to draw a realm. That's why when they launch air balloons from different sites, it's always like they're
Okay, well, explain to me how the sun gets around the entire Earth from that realm thing you got going on there without jumping from one side to the other.
16 different vaccines is causing this problem. The society is vaccinated.
Yeah, thank you.
69 doses. By the time he's 18, he's had 69 doses of 16.
What about the moon then?
Yeah,
So
we aren't talking about vaccines, are we?
Hold on. What about a treadmill?
Might be.
What about
You might not realize it.
What
When
if the
people
sun
let-
is stationary, but the Earth moves like a belt on a treadmill beneath the sun?
Earth is flat.
Should we all just go and leave it to Grim and just let him do his show, and we'll all just shut up?
What about the moon landings then? Because when people landed on the moon, did they see the sun just suddenly disappear?
Yeah, I give up.
And reappear?
All right.
Well, I don't think they went to the moon, but that's a whole nother topic over the shape of the Earth.
Sure is.
Yeah, I didn't think they went to the moon either. Not at least not the first time. Or here's a better rephrasement of that statement. If they had the technology to go to the moon, they also had the technology to fake going to the moon.
They could make movies.
Hold
I'm
up
just
now,
saying,
Grim.
like,
Are
I mean,
you
let's
saying you
just
don't
not
believe
rule
in
it
the
out.
moon landing? You saying you don't believe in that stuff?
No, I'm not saying that I don't believe in it. I'm just saying the initial moon landing problem, I think that came later, them being able to actually function better and be doing the things that they're doing. But the first time around, not so sure. Just
Okay,
seems
so
like
you
they
think
had
we've
way
been-
too many opportunities to fake it. The Sea of Tranquility, 2 mile long life size in Australia that they could have easily, done shoots on. Well, they did do photo shoots there, a lot of them. So we don't know it for sure. We can't. I don't like to say things that I can't actually put anything tangible to. So like, I'm not one of those, just because one thing I know I have to agree with all flat earthers or all ballers or all, because I'm not one of those following the herd type of people. Right?
We can tell because you have this kind of foot in the
Let
door
Nathan
to a
introduce the
meeting
guy, Jordan,
about
please.
the flat and the ball, and you just come in, you have your foot in the door, and you're trying to tell people about this electromagnetic stuff, which isn't generally agreed
Actually,
upon in the scientific.
that was a line of questioning from Jibby. Remember that got drilled onto me. I didn't even want to come in here to talk about that.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Let Nathan introduce the guy.
We've been joined by Gandhi. How you doing?
Hello, you alright?
Good to have you here, my friend.
Thanks.
Hey up, mate.
But I like the way you think.
Yeah, mate.
Anytime you can take a cheap shot, go for it, buddy.
No, but you're trying to come across as like unique in that kind of a way, and I respect that.
Yeah, I talk about microbiology. I talk about Antoine Beauchamp.
Yeah, you're just throwing darts at a board and hoping.
Yeah,
that they
all the
hit
most
them.
important
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Vaccine
yeah.
damage, the malfeasance between the
Yeah,
government.
I get the whole microbiome thing. That's cool. I get that. But there's other
love
stuff you're talking about. There's not a lot of
hear me.
evidence in it, and
You
it's
don't like to
all
let
it's
people
all
sign.
here and
There's a
there and
whole
all
lot
over the
of
place, and you're just throwing darts at a board and hoping one of them sticks. But anyway, you carry on. Keep doing it.
Black holes.
Did you know that, buddy? Everything I talk about, I can back up with so much evidence it'll make your head spin. So you don't need to.
Black holes do it go
You
now.
might be projecting, or you might be used to talking to people who do not bring lots of evidence and information to the table. But
Like
I'm
you.
not.
So, Mister, do you believe Earth and everything therein is just some random coincidence?
Oh
No.
wow.
No, I think I don't think the field dynamics are a random coincidence. I think they're a set of balances that actually find equilibrium in these states of matter, and those are the dynamics. They might be simple rules, though they can come up with some complex designs. And you might
I mean, like,
simple mind, you might think these complex designs to be divine, but they're just simple rules. If you check out the cellular or automaton, you'll see exactly what I mean by setting parameters like 3 simple rules and then coming up with amazing and seemingly divine outcomes at the end of the day, just by setting some simple parameters. So you'll understand what I mean if you ever look into that.
All right, so we got one flat earther here talking about flat Earth. Flat Earth is flat because it's not real. We got another guy here. It's flat because he wants to talk about God. And then we got Make 4 here, who's not even a flat earther at all, but going to pretend like he is. So
for a good laugh.
Well, I mean, I never said that Earth isn't real. I just said it's a realm, and just the way
and simulation. Yeah, right.
Define it's a realm.
Then we got Curve there complaining about the world that he's in.
What do you mean by realm? What does that mean, realm?
Why do you always classify me as like not flat Earth? I'm just pretending.
Okay, well, you're pretending.
I'm using your own words too.
Can I just know what he means by a realm?
It's the teleporting realm, man. Pac-Man, he chases after stuff.
It's not teleportation. It's just.
I don't understand how your son is getting around the whole Earth.
Curved is right. I was wondering if Mister thought his electric universe or that theory or whatnot had a creator. Like, did it just poof into existence? That's what I was wondering.
Well, I'm just walking back in.
Why don't you just send him an email or a private message and ask him?
Hey, James, he can answer the question himself, but I'd like to point out, what difference does it make what he thinks, whether there's God or not in EU?
There you go.
Seriously, what difference does it make?
Because it's more fuel. If I were to think that, that's a different.
Because it's something I want to know. Why do you care?
You know, I want to know a lot of things too, but they're irrelevant to the debate, and I kind of don't ask about them.
Has anyone ever
What do you mean, how is it irrelevant to ask if it's an electric universe? Did it just poof into existence?
If you have to ask the electric universe are religious, and most of
follows mainstream science, and I'm assuming that it follows the Big Bang theory. I would assume.
But they use the scientific method, not the religious method.
All right, so explain what realm is. Can you help us there, part-time?
Thank you, Kurt.
So I feel that the best way to articulate what a realm is to use a globe, just due to the fact that if you keep going north, you'll end up back where you started, and if you keep going east, you end up back where you started, and that's why the globe is so good at portraying certain things.
Okay, so why rip it apart and distort it into some kind of a Mercator projection or whatever in order to make your point that necessitates you explaining away it's not really teleporting because it's a continuous loop Earth, like why I brought up the treadmill
because when people think about Pac-Man, they automatically think that, oh, this sun is going to reach a certain point and then just pop back into existence to the left of us. But I'm saying that that's a wrong perspective of what a realm is. A realm is basically observer dependent. Like I said, you can launch when they launch those air balloons at different locations, it's always as if they're in the center of the Earth. You know, even flat earthers, they postulate, well, is it an infinite plane? But it can't be an infinite plane because it does seem like the horizon drops to a certain level. But that's what you would expect on I'm not going to say simulation, but a realm. Now, I am actually open to the idea that our realm is simulated, just because I think that the sun has certain properties, like as far as like it's not changing angular size. And I'm not going to say that there's a big dome like that covers.
You still haven't said what a realm is.
Okay, but fine. So it says a realm is just another word for simulation. So simulated by what?
What do you mean simulated by what? Like, are you saying like who's the simulator that? Are you saying like
A simulation is like a facsimile of something else. So simulated by what?
So you're saying like if I'm a Call of Duty character, I'm simulating an Xbox? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Like the Xbox is a simulator.
No.
Then what? I'm not getting the question.
Do simulations just occur randomly on their own?
Their effective nature, physics.
Like, what are you implying by simulation? Like aliens with marionette strings, basically.
No, I mean
the TV screen dome. God damn it!
Are you saying it's not real by saying it's a simulation?
It is real because anything that exists is real. So even you can make an argument that a Call of Duty character sees zombies. Okay, zombies are real to a relative.
Call
to
of Duty character does not see. You do.
Just take
I'm
acid.
saying
Just take
relative
acid,
to Call of Duty.
and you'll see the way light works. It's good.
This is really sad.
Seriously.
So
You
are
guys play
you?
way too many
You
video
have a
games,
conclusion,
and another guy's
and you're
just
trying to
like,
make explanations to fit your conclusion.
Well, see the fact that it's actually a legitimate debate between the round Earth and the flat Earth, that might be just what they want us
There
to
really
talk about.
isn't.
They want us. Okay, well, I'm just going to
That's a
ignore that right now.
misconception.
Oh, there is. There is.
Okay,
Don't-
okay,
There is
okay,
no
okay. Hold on,
legitimate debate.
Okay, okay, fine. So just provide me proof that the Earth is round, and then we're done. And then we'll just go with the Earth is round. What's
Okay,
the proof that the Earth is round?
Okay, so where's the evidence and proof that the sun teleports?
I just said the sun doesn't teleport.
Oh, it doesn't.
No,
But it's not real.
I said okay. So
But it's not real. So can you give us evidence that the sun is not real then?
I never said the sun is not real. You're putting words in my mouth. I'm
But
saying
it's
that
simulated.
Your
But
conception.
what's simulating it?
So
Just
what I'm trying
burns
to
there
say is,
forever.
It's a simulation, but what's simulating
Okay, just
it?
tell it. Okay. So what is the sun then?
that's what I'm saying. I don't know what the sun is.
Okay.
I postulated that it may have similar properties as a rainbow because you can never get under the rainbow because the rainbow is due to external factors and the observer is one of those.
So you don't know what the sun is.
The rainbow
therefore-
requires your perspective to be seen.
Therefore,
Does a
what?
When you change
rainbow-
your perspective, you change the position of the rainbow.
Does the rainbow emit the full spectrum of electromagnetic radiation, up to gamma rays, X-rays, UV, infrared, visible light, radio waves? Come on now.
Sorry to
Well,
interrupt you
is
guys.
that
Sorry to
emitted by the
interrupt
rainbow?
Vegan and Curved, but I'm pretty sure he just said he would concede that the Earth is a globe. You just wanted your proof, and now you're asking him about the sun, and you've just danced over that completely.
Glaze like a donut.
I hop, skipped, and jumped over it. So, what is the sun then?
All right, so you are literally just going to completely ignore him.
I'm
All
gonna
five
hop,
of you
skip,
just
and
going to
jump.
bully him
I'll
into giving
go for
flat
talking
Earth
about
proof.
the Earth over the sun any day, other than explain the straight line path of the sun over the equator at equinox.
Sure,
Explain how we perpetually orbit the damn sun.
My point is, there's about five of you guys asking him continual questions about flat Earth, and he's just literally said, "I'll concede that it's a globe if you give me your proof," and you've just ignored him.
And I just asked him a question about it.
That's not
It's a
really giving him
rhetorical
proof. That's
question.
asking him a question, though, isn't
like
it?
a donut.
You're now asking him a question.
Look, if he's willing to
can't
concede
control the
that it is a
conversation.
globe, why should
You're
we
like,
give
whose
him
side are you
proof
on
when
anyway,
there's so much proof he could just go get it for himself then, if he's willing to concede that? Why do I have to prove it to him?
Because this is a debate, and we're
I can't
Okay.
control.
Prove it to
Okay. Here we
yourself.
go.
But
Here we go,
here's
right.
the thing, right? Like, okay, so don't you think it's a little bit of a simple and useless answer to just go, it's a realm and I don't know what the sun
Alright, here we
is?
go, here we
When
go, here
other
we go.
people can be like, dude, they know what the sun
Other
is.
people.
I have
well,
one.
it's
I have
pretty-
one. Okay, boats going
Don't
over
you
the
think it's like
horizon.
just a lack of exercise
So
to
I
just
think,
resort
hold
to
on, hold
it's
on,
a
hold on.
realm?
Let him
Like,
keep
I have
going.
evidence for you. I have
He said
evidence.
boats. He said boats. Hold on, let him keep going. Go ahead.
Any evidence? Okay.
How
Evidence
is it
is.
suddenly our fault there's more Globers
Graham.
than Flatties?
Thank you, Grim.
They have just as much opportunity to get on here as they
Random
we do.
talk.
Nobody's
Sorry,
fault,
go
Grim.
Boats going over the horizon without using a digital camera and maybe using binoculars, and you see the boat going over the horizon, and you use binoculars and you don't get the boat back.
So, boats going over the horizon. A lot of round earthers will say that it's impossible on a flat plane. I disagree. So,
okay.
Since yesterday, I also actually disagree a little bit on that
Wait,
perspective.
ballers say that it's impossible on a flat plane. How do ballers say that? Do ballers say that?
Yeah, but ballers say that basically nothing.
Flat
can disappear.
earthers say that. Ballers say that.
No. Okay. So ballers say that.
Ballers don't say that because it's not flat.
Well,
Sounds like
ballers
hearsay.
I think it's possible to have a horizon on a flat plane if you look at the optical illusion.
Good. All right. So part-time. Why
Yes.
is that?
So ballers say that basically it's impossible for something to disappear from the bottom up on a flat plane.
Due to perspective, yes.
So here's the issue here. So take two of your fists, okay? Put them on top of each other, right? And gradually, like, move your fist to the side. Okay, if you keep going and going and going, it's just almost as if your fists are parallel. When at first they started basically at a 90-degree angle. That makes sense?
But I moved them.
Okay, hold on. Let me try to get paint up so I can model
and
this.
the angle changed.
Hold on, let me get paint up so I can model this. Hold on. Give me a second.
But part-time, you know that if you're going to call perspective, parallel lines never crisscross. So if it's above your line of sight, it'll never go below your line of sight.
Parallel lines don't converge. They're always parallel.
They only appear to.
Okay, so we have approximately 30 minutes left on this live stream, maybe a little bit under that, maybe 25 minutes left. If you are new to this channel or you have not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate. If you would like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside the show while it is live, and there is currently one gap on the panel. If you would like to join this discussion, simply mute the page you are currently watching, then click on the link below this info box, or below this video in the info box. A massive thank you to all who have shared this show. We've had 141 people at one stage watching this live stream, and it is all down to the people sharing the show. So a huge shout out to everyone who has clicked that share button. It is the reason we have new panel members on the panel today. So a massive thank you to you. One last time, if you've not done so already, please share the show, and if you've not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate.
The horizon be.
The Earth is flat, so that angle is the angle.
Then why isn't the angle downward to the horizon this mathematically the same as what it should be?
What are you talking about? On a globe, you're standing at the top of the ball, especially at sea level. The water should be going down, not appearing to rise up to your eyes.
And there is an angle downward to the horizon, James. It's approximately 0.04 degrees.
All the way across.
James.
That's what happens on a flat plane. Exactly what happens.
From your eye to the horizon, 3 miles away, the angle is about 0.04 degrees downward. It is not at eye level. You are not.
It's like standing on a flat fucking basketball court.
Up the autolite.
No swearing. No swearing, please.
You may have a potty mouth.
Even on a round Earth, okay, curved. Even on a round Earth, okay, curved. You're standing at a basketball.
No swearing, please.
Picture another one. So 2 of them, right?
James,
two of them, right? Okay, now move your eyes to your toes. You're not going to see across the flat floor. It's going to come up to the fucking.
Right, that's your second warning, James. If you swear again, I'm going to have to boot you out.
What's happening?
You're clearly getting annoyed, James. This is my excuse to stop people getting annoyed. But please do not swear.
Please forgive him. He's swearing for Jesus this time. So
I apologize. I didn't even realize I did.
Thank you.
Praise the
Thank you,
Lord.
James.
Pass the ammunition.
All right, now, James, the angle down to the horizon is 0.04 degrees if the horizon's 3 miles away. This is observable. It's measurable with instruments. It's not up for discussion. If you'd like to debunk it,
measuring on a flat surface.
If you'd like
That's
to do
the measurement.
no,
You're doing
that's
it
not-
on a flat
if-
surface.
no. That comports to curvature. That does not comport to a flat surface.
Comports what curvature? There is none.
My God.
Spin with your eyes. There's no curvature. That's what you say. We're so
No,
small. You
we
can't
can
see.
measure. We can measure the angle.
He did not say that, James. Once again,
You put it in your measurement.
Curved. These people are outright liars, dude.
Okay, so
I know,
can you
but
guys
they're
see
lying
my
for
screen now?
Jesus. It's okay.
Yes.
All right, can y'all see my
I'm
screen?
gonna lie for Jesus.
See your screen.
So
Yes, you're
we're going
being
to start
presented,
over
yes.
here. Let me try to highlight this. So you see right here, these two balls are basically on top of each other. You see that?
Okay.
So
Yes.
as this blue ball navigates to the right, as you see here, the angle increases, correct? And as it keeps going to the right, the angle keeps on increasing. And as you keep going to the right, the angle keeps increasing. Now, if this blue ball keeps going straight to the right, then it's eventually going to hit a parallel point in which that white ball, the blue ball, are essentially parallel.
No.
Why
to
not?
make that blue ball smaller as it gets a greater distance.
No matter how far you
you
go,
don't know what
that
parallel
line
means.
or that
No.
angle will never
I'm not saying it's going to. Okay,
the
listen. I'm not.
Optically.
I'm not saying that it's going to be exactly parallel, but I'm saying you can't necessarily tell the difference. It'll be like what? If parallel is like 100%, it'll be like 99.999. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you
At what distance?
But
You're just making up numbers now.
that blue ball will never
know,
dude,
cross
you're making up
the
numbers.
bottom of that white ball.
Who's talking right now? Jermaine?
Never. I don't care how far you go.
Never mind. Sorry. Part time.
So I'm not saying that the blue ball and the white ball are going to be parallel, but I'm saying they're essentially parallel. As in, like,
that 96% of all statistics are made
parallel
up.
to me.
This is a pointless point here.
okay, but
In
do you
the
realize that the blue ball and the white ball are essentially going to be 90 degrees? Not exactly 90 degrees, but essentially 90 degrees. It'll be like 89.999999999.
What's the point?
I'm not sure what you're using to measure these angles here. Your numbers
especially
are
if you don't
kind
know
of
what that point is.
unorthodox, but
Okay,
Especially if we know
let
how
me
big that
let me
ball
draw
is
the
there.
angle then. I'll draw it on here.
yes, we know how to do trig and simple geometry. Yes. What is
But
your
the-
point here?
Part time. Do you
All of
realize
this
the
is
top of that
measurable.
blue ball will never cross the bottom of that white ball?
Right. I'm
You know
not
that,
saying
right?
it did. I'm not saying it did. But do you see how I drew the right angle right here? I'm saying that the further that blue ball goes, the closer it gets to that right angle. Do you agree with me?
That's not
Yes.
right.
It gets closer,
Okay.
but it will never cross.
Okay. So my question to you is, I never said this. So why do you keep bringing this up?
Because that's what we're talking about with boats
disappears
crossing the
bottom up.
horizon.
Right. So
So what is your
when
point?
so let's say so what I'm saying is the reason that things disappear from the bottom first is because if they have a big enough angular size to where they don't disappear at the parallel point, and I'm calling the parallel point the point at which essentially the white ball and the blue ball are parallel. So if a object has a big enough angular size to which it can still be seen at the parallel point, then it would disappear from the bottom first because the horizon acts like a hard barrier. So you can't see past the horizon. And that's the thing. You can see through the air. So if the air had the same composition of the water, you couldn't see through it.
Part time. Why is the ship beyond the horizon?
Why is the ship beyond the horizon? That's just the distance. Our
You can
eyes
do
are
that on a
limited.
road.
The
Like,
way
if you
our
do it
eyes
on a
work.
road,
Isn't the horizon supposed to be at the end of our the distance that
put
we're
the
seeing?
camera down on a flat road and
So
you'll
bad.
see how shizzle disappears.
So bad.
So I'm not even. So what's the objection here? I don't get the objection. I'm
You
saying
have
that.
not described anything that actually
Why
happened.
objects
So
appear
what I'm
from the
saying.
bottom
So do you guys know how basically the
to
water is
shrinking in
under us,
size.
right? But it rises. It appears to rise.
In your field of view, and you can measure the angle downward
Right.
to it. Go ahead.
Right. So the water is rising, and then it gets to a hard point of the horizon. Now the reason now if the water was had the same composition of the air, then we then basically if something was on there, like if a boat was on the horizon, we would still see the bottom of the boat. But the fact is, the horizon acts as a hard barrier. So once something has a big enough angular size, gets past the parallel point, then the bottom will disappear first because the bottom is closer to the parallel point.
If the water level is at the parallel point that you're calling it, how is the bottom of the boat below the parallel point when it's in the water?
It's not below the parallel point. It's not below the parallel point, just like the water is not to our eye level. It's just the way our eyes work.
No, it isn't.
No, the obstruction is occurring.
No, it isn't. It's not a valid
water.
rebuking. Okay, so say it again. Say it again. I'm not saying that the boat sinks. I'm saying that our eyes makes it appear as it sinks from the bottom first, just because the boat is going past the parallel point. Now, if you take something like it makes perfect sense. Now, if you take something like
does not.
Okay, so why doesn't it make sense?
Not on a
What
flat
is your
surface, it doesn't
hard
make any
barrier? What is the hard
The
barrier?
hard barrier is a parallel point. That's the hard barrier.
A what?
The hard barrier is a parallel point.
This makes no sense.
I don't know if he realizes it or not, but at 3,000 miles up, if that's where your sun is, it will never hit the horizon from your point.
Yeah, it'd be about 26.5 degrees above the
Disappear into a
horizon.
little dot off into the sky, and it'll never hit the horizon, and you'll never see it on the bottom of the horizon. Never see it set.
I'd actually say it would.
Are you
Well,
sitting
then
on
you
your
haven't done the
microphone?
math.
What are you basing that on?
3,000 mile high
Trollism?
sun.
Trollism.
No answer.
See, I told you. Trollism.
That's right. Yeah.
I can't do math, so I'm just going to derp something out here and say that I think it would be at the horizon because I have no clue.
I think
Right,
that's
Marcus?
the main disagreement.
Put a camera on the ground.
I think
That's all
that's
I
just
can
one of
say.
the main
Look at some of
disagreements
that kind
between
of
the
stuff.
round Earth and the flat Earth society is that people think that things can't disappear on a flat surface, which is blatantly not true.
Why
Not at
didn't you
3,000 miles
use
high.
ships as an example? Why were you using circles there?
I use circles because the white circle is what you can see through, but the blue circle you can't see through. And I was going to continue
What are
drawing.
you talking
but,
about?
I was trying to show that the white circle, the top circle, was a circle of air, and the blue circle was a circle of water. And obviously, air and water.
What?
Do you still have your paint up? Do you still have paint open?
What are
No,
you
I just
talking
stopped. I
about,
just stopped
dude?
sharing. I just stopped sharing, but I can bring it back up if you want.
All right, so we have no idea why your hard barrier is there, what it is, why it's there, or anything
It's
like
invisible,
that.
but it blocks the boat.
No,
I mean,
okay,
It
so-
blocks
so-
the boat or it
theoretically-
blocks blue
Let
circles?
me ask you this.
I don't know.
Is a
theoretically,
horizon?
on a flat plane, the horizon would be infinitely far away. You realize that, don't you?
No, that's not the way our eyes work. That's not the way our eyes work.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, like
not?
on a flat plane, if you were to like when they, you know how like you zoom on a boat and you bring it back over the curve and you celebrate on a flat plane, you'd push the horizon away from you.
But that doesn't happen. They never bring the boat back over the curve.
Well, yeah, I'm just using that as an example. Try to be
I've
facetious.
seen it.
I just wanted to clarify to make sure that nobody thinks that, we're
You're right,
saying that
Kurt.
the
I
boat
should try to be
does
more
get.
No.
Oh, that's
on,
okay.
on
I'm
a flat
just
on a
saying.
flat plane, things will still disappear.
Why?
Let me.
Why?
Just set up
Because of the optical illusion. Jesus.
set up your damn chess pieces and put the camera at the very last row at the height of the pieces and look at how they go down on a flat surface.
Wow.
It's
And
We
then
understand
like,
that they
expand that
prepared to
fucking chessboard.
converge with
Swear again,
James,
James.
please.
the board.
Jesus is
That's not the
ashamed of you.
argument. The
Yeah,
argument is
it's
it
like
was
you're
never
literally trying to
crisscrossed.
make me do it, man. Because everything I say, you just mock.
Nobody can make you do anything.
We didn't make you do it. The devil made you do it.
You're
James.
right. You're right. I apologize.
Devil made you curse, man.
Cheese
Come
in
on,
your bum bum.
Did you curse again? I
You
didn't
don't. You
catch it.
don't. Yeah. How can you
Why don't
not
you-
see that? It's like you're ignoring it though, purposely.
Okay, so
Ignore what?
can
Flat
this can this
surface.
can this
No,
flat,
it
can this-
doesn't, James.
Yes, it does.
No, it
Quit
doesn't.
saying it doesn't. It does
doesn't.
too.
It
does
doesn't.
not.
Disappears. It can if you
Show
look
me.
down.
Show me how. Show me how. Due to
If you
perspective.
would
I
do
just
your
told
own
you how,
research
yet you
and-
refuse to do
I
it.
want how due to perspective. Nothing crosses the horizon.
Right, sorry to interrupt, guys. We've been joined by a new guest. We've been joined by Adam. How you doing, Adam?
You there, mate?
You did
What up,
unmute,
Adam?
but then you muted again immediately. Do you want to try one more time? There you go. How you doing, Adam? No, you're back on mute. Nope, he's gone. Sorry, guys.
I wanted to talk about his guitar.
Can I ask you a question? All right. So like if this is just like I'm not sure, but here. If it were flat, right? That wouldn't the reason why there's a horizon is because it is curved, right? So if it were flat and it took my P900 and I looked, wouldn't the horizon move to the edge of where the camera could see and become at the end of the sight line of the camera now? And wouldn't I be able to push the horizon line back and see much further, like buildings and rocks on the road and shit? And the reason why I don't is because it's curved.
It's
Oh, I'm
too
sorry.
flat.
That's
I
not
did
a
that.
swore.
I'm not aggravated.
That's not a swore.
Yeah, I thought that word was okay, and I'm not aggravated. I'm just like confused. I'm trying to ask a question.
That's a confused swear.
Yeah, it was a confused
ASL?
swear. I apologize.
I'm still looking for a reason why perspective would cause something to be cut off by the bottom.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
get
can
that
y'all
either.
see my screen again, or?
No, we do not.
Crap.
Not yet.
So you lose the boat because of the curve. Yeah,
Correct.
if you elevate from there, you see the boat and the horizon's still flat.
The horizon's still flat. How much curvature do you think you should see, and what form of curvature do you
Well,
think
you just
should
told me that
see?
it went over the curve. But
It's a
yet, when you
different-
elevate from there and the horizon's still flat, you see the boat, water beyond. How can you tell me that's a curve?
James, you don't understand the difference between a great circle around a sphere and the perimeter of the little teeny little horizon around you that you're virtually parallel
Lost
to.
boat because of the curve.
You're James.
Okay,
Look
so
at a disc straight on. Look at a disc straight on from the edge.
You are sharing, vegan.
It's gonna look like a flat line.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to take this little object on a journey. So the bottom line is what we see. It can be the ocean. So it appears that the ocean rises. Correct? We all agree on that.
Wait.
What do
The
you
bottom
mean the
line is
ocean
what?
rises?
So do you see how the bottom line is slanted up? That's
Yep.
basically how that's how we interpret the ocean when we look at the ocean.
It appears like it is,
But
but
it
it
never
isn't.
passes your
Right.
line of
It
sight,
appears
though.
like it does,
doesn't
but
do
it's
that.
not.
Oh,
Oh,
so
so
you still didn't answer the question. How is the boat being lost because of a curve? Yet when you elevate from that position, the horizon's still flat.
You're still way too low to see the curvature.
But the boat,
Yeah, you won't be
just
able to
went
see
over
the
the curve.
curvature left
It's
and
an
right.
angle
You'll
of
never
view,
see it.
and the
And the
distance
horizon's
to
still
the
flat. Hello,
James. The distance to the horizon, it expands around you as you rise in elevation.
Let me explain it to him. Let me explain it to him more easily. When I'm looking down a pool cue, I can see how it's bent. But when I lay it with the bend down, pointing towards the table on the table and elevate myself up from it, I can no longer tell that the pool cue is bent. That's the same problem you're having when you elevate yourself. You can no longer tell that the curvature is there because your eye cannot detect that very slight angle of pitch from that great of a distance. That's why.
Yeah, your
What are you
eye's not
talking
an
about? You
accurate
just lost
measuring
an
tool.
entire
It's a
boat.
good estimator.
You just lost an
See my
entire
screen?
boat.
Can you
because
see
of
my
the
screen
curve.
now?
Can I
When
see
it's
my
far
screen,
away.
Nate?
Yeah, on an entire Earth.
Yeah.
Is this
Check
the
out-
concava? Is this part-time?
You see this stuff disappearing on my screen as this
So
guy
make
drags.
4 up. So if you want to click on make 4 locally on the Hangout, you can see what he's presenting now.
Who's presenting? Is it me or?
Hello?
Can you see?
I see it. It's on the watch page.
I don't see it in
We're
here.
inside a flat room, which wouldn't really show curvature, and would hopefully be leveled by the builders properly.
Hopefully, I
Flattened
love
out
that. Hopefully, can we get
Well,
some
hopefully they're
indication that
Freemasons.
it's
We know.
actually
We know
been
for a
done?
Good
fact
builders.
that floor is not curved. Is there a level or a puddle of water we can see?
Come on, G.
You know
This
what I
is
like about this?
pathetic.
It's the best. You see how that box was bigger when it was closer and smaller now that it's
Yeah.
farther? Why doesn't the sun do that?
Yeah, that guy.
I think
was
it's
that, and then he was.
So that doesn't negate the point that things disappear from the bottom first.
And you had the lens of the camera slapped right on the ground.
I think it's an actual
Yep.
disorder. I think this is like colorblind or
The only reason
dyslexia.
that
I think it's
optical
an
illusion is
actual
happening is
disorder
because
like
the
they have.
camera
They don't
lens-
see
I need that guy's get
right.
like
the
a-
camera
he's
is slapped right on the
the
ground,
third
and it
size
doesn't
he
have
was.
the
He
if
looks
you
like a little
lifted it
tiny thing.
a couple
do
of
it with
inches,
your eyes,
if you
man.
lifted it the
Do it
height
with your
of the
eyes.
lens, the
Do it
height
with your
of the
eyes.
lens, the
Put your head
concave
on the
of the
ground.
lens.
Put your head on the ground
me,
and
I'm
do
talking.
it, man. Well, I don't know.
Okay,
You
dude.
just sort of
Obviously,
guys.
you got a lot to learn about learning, right?
I don't know.
That means you might want to be
pulling
quiet and
together.
learn more.
You guys get kind of
You're
angry
bored.
sometimes.
Yeah,
Perpetual,
really bad.
perpetual around the sun.
Not to mention, I'm still
It's like,
seeing
you know,
I still
It's
see
not
his feet
disappearing.
all the way.
for that
All the
kind
way
of
he
stuff.
walks across that floor. I can
the-
still see his feet.
the rollers
They just-
going up
the
and down
problem
on the
is-
flat
the
level
only-
floor.
The only problem is that the bottom of that door has black, and his shoes are black, so the two blacks are merging. But you can
And the
see
box.
his feet. It's
And the
not like all
box.
of a sudden the floor is at his shin.
You can
It's not
watch
like all
it
of a
go up
sudden the
and down.
floor is at
All
his
right.
shin or at his knee. It's
You
just that
can
his
watch
shoes
it
are
go
blending
up.
into the black.
You can
Come on,
watch it
people.
go up.
Come
and
on.
What do you guys? What do you guys guess
The
the?
floor
Down.
is
No,
not.
What do you
That
guys
was
guess the
truck
distance
coming in,
is?
It's at an angle.
The
He's doing
floor
that.
is
That's a
No,
lie right there.
I'm not.
Those
No,
trucks are coming in at an
widescreen
angle.
that.
Come on.
Enlarge that screen, and you will see it's not as if the floor has risen to his knees. It is that his shoes have blended in with the black strip at the bottom of the door.
And
You
the
can
box.
still
And
see
the
his
To
white
be
box.
the
fair,
whole
he's
way
not even
across.
at he's not even at the parallel point. To be
Come
See how
on.
angry you
Yeah,
guys
you can
can't.
actually still see the box.
Oh
You
my
just-
god, I can't believe you guys are fooled by this shit just because of a clickbait title.
And it's
That was
darker
that was
over
that
there
was a
now.
frustrated
Just
swear
because it's
again.
got a clickbait title. Oh, look at it. Oh,
That's
look.
right. And you can see how it's
And it's
dark
just
over
his
there.
shoes blending into a color. Good job,
It's funny
guys.
how you guys follow me in and like you guys sit around with like 10 in the room and it's just me by myself, not other people in. This is a different chat I'm talking about. And I just sit there and like insult you and follow you.
How
And,
did I insult
like,
anybody?
honestly,
You
just-
insulted yourself by showing this video and proving that you can be fooled so easily by
kinda
such
sexy.
obvious deception.
Kind of sexy to me.
Warehouse doors.
It's only
like, when
a
you go into their
title
warehouse
and a
door,
video.
it's
It took me what 2 seconds to discern that. 2
You should be
seconds, man.
embarrassed. You really should be
You made a
embarrassed.
fool of
It's the
yourself.
black
You've
shoes.
insulted
You say-
yourself. I have
say
not
it's the
called you
black
any
shoes.
names. I have not called you
black
any
shoes
names.
against the thing.
I have not debated your intellect.
said I love you.
All
I
I've
said you
done
sound
is
sexy.
showed what is the deception of the video that you have shown here, and that is how you feel insulted. You feel insulted
Look,
because you
babe,
realize
babe,
that you were deceived
babe,
by that
babe.
So
video.
the
Wait.
problem is gullibility.
So are we
You
done?
guys are
Can I
gullible.
say something now or what?
Who, me? Oh, I'm sorry.
Anybody? Cool. Well, the camera lens. First of all, the camera lens needs to be lifted up off of the ground, at least the height of the camera lens, because of the
Why?
concave
Why
nature.
wouldn't
Because of
it be?
because
Cameras
the camera
naturally
lens
have a
is
little bit
curved,
below the
right?
camera lens. They're higher. So if you're sitting a camera,
Are you
going
gonna
to
talk over me? Is this kid gonna
It'd
talk
have
over
an
me every
inch.
time,
It'd
dude?
have an inch, kinda, a little
All
bit.
right,
Because I'm
cool.
sick of you guys like just saying, "Well, it's the camera lens."
Marcus,
Because
what is
there's
the
less of
contour
you.
of the
You think you
surface?
can be more rude than everyone else. I'm
I'm just
asking.
sick of
I
it. I'm
asked
just sick of
fairly
you
if I could talk, didn't I not? Everyone agreed that I could start to talk, did they not? You
wasn't
agreed,
listening.
did you not? Please zip your mouth while I talk. Thank you. So the camera lens is concave, right? Or whichever side you're looking on it, convex. Hey, but that's the problem that you're having. You're not eliminating that much of the variable out of this phenomena. That's why you have to lift the lens up at least up above the height of that lens, at least above the height of half of that lens, to be fair.
Can I say something now? Next. I've worked in a lot of warehouses. I know all warehouses at the door, about 10, 15 feet before the door that starts slanting down for rain. When it opens up, it rain and it
That's
won't
right.
puddle in. It'll go down. So that
It
right
has,
there
it's graded that way.
is a fuck.
That's
That
how
is
they
a
make the
lie right there.
Do it on a road, a flat road outside, and you'll see.
That is inside, and that's a big steel door right there. That's where it opens up.
towards the
and
door.
the grade goes down, so the rain
So-
goes down.
All right, so already he's abandoning the video. Do it outside, he says.
Okay, so
because
roads
he
are
knows
flat.
his video is
Can
busted.
we just admit that that video was a total failure?
Bonk.
Yeah, and they did it on purpose too. He
How about
he
some
knew that.
integrity?
He
How
knew
about
that
some
it was grayed
integrity
down.
from Make 4 and he admits that that video was an utter failure? How
you
about you
could
take,
see-
how about you take a step forward other than Riley and admit that your video was a total failure?
That's how we know you're trolling too, because you're
It's the
using
warehouse.
these
It's the warehouse. It's
manipulative
slanted down.
manipulative
It's the
tactics.
camera lens. It's the camera lens. It gotta be lifted up. It's good concave. Concave.
Look at the next time you go to a warehouse.
Don't let him trigger you guys.
Look at the next time you go to a warehouse, man. Look, it grades down in front of the door so the rain doesn't go in. It's made like that. Ding ding.
Somewhere else.
Okay,
Do
so-
it somewhere
okay,
else.
a
Ding
road.
ding. Okay. Yeah.
I'm
Right.
trying
okay.
to Gator.
Oh
I'm
my
trying.
god.
Okay, so where's a flat road then? Flat. We need a flat road.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you thought that floor was flat, then you don't know
I don't
what
think that
flat
floor is
is. You
flat.
could see the thing moving up and down.
When roads are curved, like to get rain to flow off of them. So, boom.
That surface had contour to it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
floors are curved
Always
also so that
something,
water
isn't
can
it?
run to
There's
drains in
always
case of
something.
flooding, especially in
Like-
warehouses.
Like a
Warehouses
few little
usually have
inches
drains in
of
the floor.
curve.
And the-
So we have less than 5 minutes left on this broadcast, so I will come back one last time just to thank the audience, but in the meantime I am going to say a huge thank you to all the people who smashed that share button, as we had a peak of 144 people watching this stream. So huge thanks, as it makes the show what it is. So please continue to share these live streams. A massive thank you to all of you. And if you've not subscribed already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate.
Surfaces.
Which one are you interested in? Whether or not we are angry with the way you behave, or whether or
Well,
not the
I'm
Earth
not.
is flat? What is your actual inquiry
I'm
here?
slightly amused. Why do you
Whether or
think I'm
not you
here?
can make us angry, or are you seriously?
This is like a boost to my
sincerely interested in the
self-esteem.
shape of the Earth.
I get all jacked up every day talking to you
David's here
little
now.
knuckleheads.
I wouldn't be a good spokesman for it, Nag. There are too many things there that I don't know. Yeah, I know, but I can't. I know it's 300-foot long hallway.
We've been joined by David. He's got a couple of minutes tops because we're about to round out this show, but I will say a quick hello to him. How you doing, David?
Tell you what I will do. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, let David talk.
Ding ding, David. You heard these ding dings? A lot of ding dings tonight. Ding dongs and
All right.
ding dings.
Now, this here.
Dang, dang.
Oh, did David ever speak?
No.
All
Unusual.
right. I'm trying to wait.
You're
Are we free
presenting
to
as
speak, or are we
curved.
still trying to get an
I'm
introduction?
trying to XSplit you.
No,
Trying to
you carry on. We've
broadcast
only got
you.
about 60 seconds
How many
left.
flat,
Curved. You
how
go
many
ahead.
flat earthers we got on here tonight?
There he is. There he is.
There.
Woo!
Ding, ding, ding.
Hot damn, son.
All right.
Do it.
Can people see this
How many
image
flat
that Negator took 300 foot down the hallway
Yes, they can.
at work, I believe?
About 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's a
Anybody
good
have
one.
any thoughts on that?
Let David talk.
Yes, it's called
Really explain it.
reflection, man. Reflection off the floor. Any light that you have in any room is going to put off reflection. So anything
Very
that's
nice,
at
David.
least a
And
foot
what-
off the ground, anything
what-
that's a foot off the ground, you can't trust.
Is that
What
a
does the
guess, David?
reflection explain, David? What are you trying
you
to
need-
explain
you
away?
Fishing
are you
line
trying
and
to
stretch it from
That's
that
the
door all the
brown
way
leaf.
back and measure it out. Take a fishing string
That's
and
right.
put it right over there, and it'll be flat.
Are you saying there's
Right.
atmospheric problem there?
It just the light, man. The camera's not your eyes either. You got to measure it with something.
You are tripping. You can see that door
Take a
perfect.
piece.
Ding, ding,
You can
dude.
see the
David's
reflection
on
all
it.
the way to the
Wait,
door.
you don't need to use your ruler when you use your eyes, but when you use a camera, you need a ruler.
Just take a
It's
just
beautiful.
take
Look
a
at the
piece of
white
fishing string
carpet
down
all
there
the way to
and
the
see
door.
if it's level. I guarantee it's level.
Fishing string will do it.
Yeah, why
Yeah,
are
fishing
you
do
so
everything. Got to be
gung-ho?
100-pound test though. Got to be 100-pound test.
And with that, I am going to say, first and foremost, a huge, massive, enormous thank you to all of the live audience for joining us on this debate. And of course, a massive thank you to all of the panel for making this debate possible. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I've been Nathan Oakley, and I will see you all in the next video.